welcome back. My name is Avalon and today we are going to be reviewing this Christmas kit. I've actually never reviewed a crochet kit here on my channel, so I'm really excited to try this one out. I picked this up from Michael's in a past vlog. I was looking at the back and it says that the skill level for this one is intermediate and that the estimated time is 8 hours. I thought we were just going to like test this out today, but this might take me a couple days to finish because I don't even know if we have 8 hours left in the day. So let me show you what we're working with. So I grabbed it from Michael's. It is Loops and Threads brand, which is like Michael's brand. We're going to be making this little Christmas ornament. Since I've learned how to crochet, I kind of enjoy making a Christmas ornament every year. So this is going to be my Christmas ornament this year. If you're wondering, the name of this present is Gladdy. Now on, I'm going to name all of my presents. I'm just kidding, I don't know what I'm talking about. On the back, it has everything that we have inside the box. Apparently we're going to be getting a little box and another little box. And I'm guessing we're going to be crocheting around these squares and a hook, darning needle, and I'm not sure what that is. Oh, pom-poms. Okay, let's go ahead and open it up though, because I am excited to see what we're getting ourselves into. I like picked out the worst scissors in the world for opening boxes. We're just stabbing away. There is some things inside here. All right, let's see what we're looking like. I'm hoping the quality of the yarn is not too bad. When I was looking at this, I was thinking to myself, I was like, whose crochet pattern is this? Because they had to have hired a crocheter to create the pattern, right? And why is their name nowhere on this?
Okay, pause. So I was very curious about this, so I ended up looking it up, and it is because Michael's has a team of designers and they all work together to create these patterns, and they don't actually put any of their names out there. I honestly didn't even know this, and I thought it was an interesting fact, so I just figured I'd share that.
Unless they just generally work for Michael's and they just don't get to put their name on things. But this is what it looks like when you open it up. We got our little pom-poms and our darning needle, and we got our crochet hook, and admittedly this is so tiny. Oh my goodness, what size hook is this? It does not say. Crochet hook, yeah, it just feels like really like flimsy. It is very lightweight. I will start out trying to crochet with it, but I have some other hooks I will probably swap out, but I want to try it out first. Like, listen, I gotta give it a go before we try it out. Now we have our yarn. This is what it looks like when you take out the yarn. It was put in a little haphazardly, hoping it's not tangled at all. It seems okay. It just kind of looks like they just chucked it in the bag. That's all right. And here is the instructions. Okay, so it tells you all the abbreviations. It tells you how to do certain like stitches and things, and it has little illustrations right here. So, I mean, that's pretty nice. And then let's look at the back. It has each of the steps. All right, this is looking pretty good. But now that I have everything out, does it say on here what size crochet hook this is, or just does it say just crochet hook? Yeah, so it doesn't say what size crochet hook this is, but I'll just have to compare it to my other hooks and see what it seems like. It also doesn't have any numbers on it, so I don't know. That's fine. I feel like I'm being really judgy right now on this kit. So we have a gauge swatch here, but honestly, I think we're gonna be okay. I don't think we need to gauge swatch. We're gonna risk it all and we're just gonna crochet, okay? We have 8 hours to go. We don't have a spare few minutes to make a gauge swatch, okay? Is Gladdy the name of the crocheter? Maybe. Okay, this hook works fine. It's a fine hook, very lightweight. This yarn is, it's fine also. So far, everything is fine. Do you like that review? Is that a good review? Don't worry, I'm sure I'll have more thoughts later. The yarn is splitting a little bit, but it's really not too bad. It definitely isn't like any yarn that you would want to wear. Like it has a, I feel like it would be really scratchy, but I mean, we're making an ornament. It doesn't need to not be scratchy. No one's going to be wearing this ornament, you know. Let me take off my glasses. I just realized there's a terrible glare, but right now they have me working on the sides of the box. We're just gonna make a long rectangle right now. At least that's what I think we're doing. I'll update you when I get a little bit further. I am thinking about changing out my hook just to see if I like that better. Hook is not too bad. I actually kind of like it. It's working pretty well. It's super lightweight. The hook came with the kit, right? So I had to give the hook a chance, but I do want to compare it to my hook. So let's go and see how it compares to like a clover hook. But I have no idea what size this hook is. I do think that's something they should have mentioned, because at the beginning of the pattern, like when they're just like going over all the details and things, it does say if you decide to use a different hook, then it could turn out a different size. But it's like, but what size is the hook? Here are my hooks, and I labeled it hooks so you know what it is, even though you can see through it. But you know, my husband got me that label maker, and it's just been a pleasure labeling everything that I can. They have different kind of shapes to them, but I think it's probably one of these. Let me see. Okay, so it's definitely close to a 3.25. I don't know if that's exactly what it is. 3.25 millimeters, I mean. You know what? While the plastic hook wasn't too bad, the clover hook is definitely better. I definitely don't expect like crochet kits to come with like super expensive hooks or anything, because these kits are not that expensive to begin with. It just glides a little bit smoother than the plastic hook. Although the plastic hook really wasn't too bad. But I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with this just because it feels a lot more comfortable. I feel like crochet kits are made for people who kind of like want to learn how to crochet, or they kind of dabble in crocheting a little bit, because I feel like it's really nice if you don't know what yarn to buy or anything. It's really nice that it comes with everything that you need. Shortly after I learned how to crochet, I went into a Michaels and I just looked at the yarn, and I was so overwhelmed. But I feel like as soon as you like learn more about yarn, you learn more about like different hooks and stuff, and you just know more about crochet, I feel like you're just more likely to go onto the internet, because it has such a wider variety of crochet patterns and things. And if you know how to like pick out your yarn and stuff, then that makes it a lot easier, you know. But let me know, have you ever purchased one of these crochet kits from Michaels? I'm just really curious. I have bought other crochet kits in the past though. Like I learned how to crochet from the Woobles crochet kit. Before I learned how to crochet, I bought a crochet kit from Barnes and Noble, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I ended up not using it until like years later. That's it. That's all of my experience with crochet kits. So this is my first one from Michaels, and so far, so good. Here's where we're at right now. We almost have our first little side of our square done. Curling a little bit, you see? It's a little curly. I feel like it's gonna be fine. Comes with those like paper cardboard like cutout thing. So I feel like that's going to help keep it flat. Let's continue. So I've just been steadily working on this, and I think I've come across a mistake. Here's what we're looking like. We have 3 sides. Also, my tension started to get just tighter and tighter as I was going. I guess I like, maybe I'm like tightening up, I guess. But it's not too bad. It's pretty similar. Also, I hate how this curls up. Like that is so annoying. Here's kind of what it looks like. So that's gonna be 3 sides. Now I'm moving on to the 4th side. This is the piece that I'm working on right now. I just did 1, 2, 3, and now I have to do 4. And you see they're all connected. But for some reason for the 4th square, right now it's telling me to chain like we did at the beginning. But then that 4th square won't be connected to this. And I'm pretty sure they want this to be like a long strip, but I don't think that's what they meant to do. I think they just want me to continue what I was doing. I don't think it makes too much sense for me to make another square that comes off of a chain, especially when I look at the image and it doesn't look like that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to continue right off of this piece rather than doing a chain off of it, because I think that's what we're supposed to be doing. But I just wanted to mention that because I was looking at it and I was like, this looks suspicious. This doesn't look quite right. So I'm just going to continue on with this piece. I am almost done with the sides of the box, and honestly, that was pretty quick. I feel like I saw the 8 hours on the back of it and I was like, wow, this is going to take forever. But I almost feel like they lied to me, and I feel like they like told me 8 hours just so I could be like, wow, that was quick. Like, it's like a nice little surprise, like, oh snap, we're already done. I'm also towards the beginning of the pattern, so who knows, maybe things are gonna get more complicated and a lot more time consuming later on. Like, maybe this is the easiest and quickest part, but I feel like we're going really quickly because we're almost done with one of these like pink skeins. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is gonna be quick. Are we going to finish all in one day? Because that would be amazing if we finished all in one day. I would love that. Well, I'm just gonna hurry on up. Also, I want to mention there's some hard pieces of plastic. I wonder if I can show you this. See that little tiny little thing right there? A little red. I know this isn't the most high quality yarn. It's fine. I feel like for like a small project like this, it's not too bad. I am just realizing that I think they forgot to give me the cardboard pieces. Oh. So you see these two pieces right here? This one's for the lid, this one's for the box. I was working on this piece and I was like, all right, well, let me see if like it fits well around the box, right? Because it's coming with a box. And it turns out, I think they didn't give me the box. So, now I could go back to Michael's and let them know, like, hey, this kit was missing a piece. Maybe I can get refunded, or maybe I get a new kit or something. Like, would I have to return this? I already worked on this. I already spent like an hour making this. I don't really want to go back to Michael's, honestly. I kind of just want to continue on with this. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be adding a little more time to this. Here's my plan. I can see what they were supposed to look like on the box, right? What if I just cut out pieces from this box and turn it into the box? I think I should finish making some of the other pieces before I cut out this box, because then I can like measure it out and everything and make sure it fits perfectly. Wish me luck, and let's continue on. I am a little bit bummed out that it didn't come with the cardboard that it was supposed to come with. That kind of sucks. But I'll make do. This is the little lid piece. I'm making this piece right here of the lid. And then we will have the box done and we will move on to the ribbon and everything. So far, so good. I haven't ran into any other hiccups or anything other than that one mistake that I saw. So far, everything's been going pretty smoothly. So I'll see you guys in a little bit when I make it a little bit further. I just opened up this Coke and got all over me and my project. There's not too much here. Oh, I don't see anything on this. How about this piece? I'm sure like little tiny splatters got on it, but nothing too bad. I've never spilled something on my crochet projects before. That was stressful. I'm just about to sew the top, and then I think we should get into making the box that goes on the inside so that it is able to keep its shape. Yeah, because right now it looks It's looking a little, you know, it's looking a little flimsy, you know, you feel me? It's looking a little flimsy. That doesn't look too bad. It's not super strong though, so I'm going to stuff this with polyfill so there's pressure from the inside so that hopefully this box doesn't collapse. There we go. Now we have to do the same thing for this lid, but smaller. Honestly, I think it turned out pretty good for having to like make up the box part. I think we did good. I'm pretty happy with it. While Lawrence and I were eating dinner, I ended up making this ribbon like right afterwards because we were watching a show. So I made these two, and so they are ready to go on. The only thing that we have left is these little leaves. Oh yeah, and I need to weave in these ends. So I guess I'll do that, and then let's make the leaves, and then it's time to fully assemble. The leaves are done. That means it is time to assemble. And for assembly, it says we need a glue gun. So let me grab it. While that is heating up, we need to go ahead and put our ribbon on. I think this one is the prettiest side, so this will be the front. I finished the ornament. Oh my gosh, look at it, guys. It is so pretty. I will put in some B-roll right now from tomorrow so you can see it in natural light. At the beginning of the video, I forgot what price I paid for this. For this kit, it cost $11.99, and honestly, that is quite inexpensive. So considering that, yes, the materials are pretty cheap. I don't know, $12 for an ornament that I was able to make myself. But upon further thinking about it, I feel like that's not that bad. And actually right now, probably because it's so close to Christmas, I paid full price. But right now it is on sale for $7.19. That's pretty inexpensive. That's really not too bad. I decided that I can forgive it for having some kind of cheaper materials. The yarn just has random plastic shreds in it, which is kind of crazy. I've never seen this before. You see that? I would just run into these little like wiry parts. And here you can see it right here. See, it's a part of the yarn. I mean, for a one-off kit, that's not too bad. I think the biggest thing is that I never got the box in my kit, and I think that's kind of crazy. Like, that would have been really nice. I was able to obviously like wing it and put it together, but without that cardboard box or without some kind of like skeleton for this square shape, it just wouldn't look good. It would be bad. Like if I just stuffed this with polyfill, then it wouldn't be perfectly square. It definitely would have like a rounded shape to it. So I definitely had to do that, or I would have had to go back to Michael's, and I just didn't want to make a whole big like deal out of it. Like I feel like I would have had to talk to the manager and it would have been the whole thing. That was honestly probably the biggest letdown. It did take me like an extra like 30 minutes, maybe 45 at most, to cut out the box. That added a bit of time. Oh, and as far as time goes, it did take me less than 8 hours. It did not take me 8 hours to make this. It took me maybe around 6 hours, which was longer than I thought, maybe 6.5. But yeah, it really wasn't too bad. I still have time tonight to do other things, so that is nice, and I'm happy with it. I think it turned out quite cute. I think I'm gonna put it somewhere here in the office so that we can have a little Christmas decoration in here. Let me know, have you ever tried any of these loops and threads like crochet kits? Do we like them? Do we not like them? Should I give it another chance? Like, should we try again? I honestly feel like I need to give it a second chance because we did run into some hiccups with this one, like with the pattern having that one error. I didn't see any other errors besides that first one, which was at the beginning, which made me really nervous because I was like, oh gosh, like I'm about to commit hours to this project. A mistake so early on in the pattern, so it made me worried, like, oh no, like, is the rest of the pattern gonna be okay? But I assure you it was fine. I think it came out quite nice though. I just wanna say thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed this little crochet kit review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys, happy crocheting, and bye.